I'm told where to show up and, like,
You know
fabulous.
why?
Why?
Well, yeah, why is that?
Because you're in charge?
Okay, that is a good answer. And you're just what?
I'm the talent.
You're the talent.
Yeah,
so the talent just shows up and they do their thing. Or, yes, I'm in charge, and, that's how that works.
Yeah,
so,
I should have gone with the latter.
Yeah, you should have.
I should have led with that.
Yeah, but that's okay. Let's tell a quick story about our trip to Paradise Lakes last night. Well, it was just we had a great time. We had an amazing time. We got to meet some listeners that we had met in New Orleans. So they have become friends. I'm going to say they're not even I'm sure they're still listeners, but we have now our friends that were visiting. They had come into town, and they were going to go to Paradise Lakes. And so we were going to try and go on Friday because the first Friday of the month they're doing a first Friday, but and apparently it was pretty crowded.
Yeah.
And there's another couple that hosted the weekend, and they're very their group is a large group, and so there were a lot of people there apparently on Friday night. And then, but we wanted to go and meet our friends there when they were there, so we went last night instead, and we met them for dinner first beforehand. Well, the interesting thing about Paradise Lakes and Caliente is they really aren't in town. They're actually in a different county, just over our county line, but they are not real super close to a lot of stuff.
Right.
And we found this restaurant that we looked up, and I think Crimson found it and looked up, and you guys looked at the menu, and the menu looked really good.
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
Yeah, it was like all this crazy shit on the menu. And we're like, ooh, this is like a nice place. Like, char-grilled Brussels sprouts and stuff with truffle butter and, tomahawk pork chop and all this other kind of stuff. It was,
so they had you at truffle butter and tomahawk.
They had me at truffle. You just stop at truffle, and I'll be like, yes, whatever, put it on, whatever. I'm one of those girls that loves that. Like, you could put truffle on anything, I probably would eat it. But anyways, so we get to the restaurant, and we pull up, and it's like looks like a sports bar. I mean, there's like beer signs in the window, and the brewing company, we have a lot of brewing in this area. Tons of brewing companies had their things, and it's a sports bar. And so we were like, are we, is this right? It just was confusing, but we went in and our friends were there, and it ended up being an
It was awesome.
Amazing dinner, and the drinks and the beer was good. I mean, it was in this strip mall sports bar place, and so it's called Black Sheep American Pub. Black Sheep American Pub. So if you're going to Caliente or Paradise Lakes, we told them we would tell everybody that to go, because it's so not what you expect. It's a sports bar, though. There's TVs. It's like,
you drive up and you would not, you wouldn't go in.
No, unless you're going for a beer and to watch a football game. But the food was phenomenal, and they are working. Amazing. And the ladies that were there, that were the waitresses, were talking about how they are really trying to get the word out, that because they've changed so much, their menu has changed, and all these things, and it was great. So it was a lot of fun. And then we went to Paradise Lakes, and we got there like 9:15. And the dance floor was packed. Like, I don't think we've ever been there that early and there were that many people there.
Right.
It was really cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah. There was a lot of people. And what would you say the age group was last night?
It was, again, all over the place. I mean, for the most part, I think that, it's in our sweet spot of, 40s, 50s, in early 60s. But, of course, there were, the folks who live there who are older. Probably not many people younger than us. I mean, maybe, they're like 40s.
That's
but nobody younger than that.
I would agree.
Yeah.
But it was what we had heard was that Friday night was really slammed. It was really, really crowded.
Right.
And last night was very manageable. But still more people than we have seen there before. Yes, but it was interesting because the way that they're doing things, they're having a little bit more outside entertainment. So before there was never a DJ or anything outside.
They have an outside
and now
DJ.
they have that area, right? And so we were always used to people kind of cramming in the food area and the bar, and there was like nobody in there because they're all on the dance floor or they were outside, and that was really cool. So it's interesting to see their growth as they're growing and they're continuing to change and things like that. But it was a little bit nippy. last night.
Yes, it was.
And the only thing, the conversation pool and the hot tub are heated, but it was crowded. And I wasn't feeling like getting in the hot tub with a whole bunch of people. I mean, the hot tub was really crowded. I think they only have one. And then the conversation pool, it looked fun. Mm-hmm. And then they started doing the foam stuff, at night. At the very end of the evening.
Midnight,
yeah. And that was cool, but that wasn't my bag either. It just, it was by that point in time, it was midnight. Yeah, it was midnight, and it was like, and we talked to a lot of people, but it was even kind of like, do we want to gather people up and let's go play? And we didn't even go in the playrooms. It was just like, we realized it was so late. And already we had been having such a great time chatting and talking to people and meeting other listeners and saying hi to friends that we hadn't seen in a while, that we were just ready to come home.
Yep.
So, but I wanted to report on it because I really feel like they're changing what they're doing, and I like the direction that it's going. That's the way I
think that they are aggressively changing their direction, and they are it's all positive. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.